Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Athemore, or however the hell it was I pronounced it numerous months ago when I previously played this. Yes, I have played this before. However, I have not played with this spooky little buck-toothed pumpkin person here. Anyway, long story short, I was playing the itch.io version previously, and upon publication of the video, the developer got in touch and said, "Hello, would you like a Steam key for the game?" And to which I was rather confused. I didn't realise there was a Steam version, at least certainly none that I remember. This is the point where somebody points out a timestamp in the previous video where I mentioned the Steam version and have completely forgotten about it. Anyway, it's very kind of them to give me the this for free. And yes, apparently this is some sort of Halloween edition, which is some sort of spooky additionalness that we get in the game. I presume that just beyond the Halloween edition, which is an update that came out last week, I think. Probably months ago for you. It's probably Christmas by the time. It's probably the middle of March by the time this video is coming out, looking at what the schedule is at the moment. But I am playing this.
Finally here. I wonder if the others are still down here.
Voice acting. Alright. Yes.
We don't have a lit torch.
No, we have a very subpar torch, it would seem. Find a torch to carry, yes. I mean, I'm less worried about carrying it and more bothered about actually lighting up my world with it. But, never mind. Oh, that's nice. Yes, I have to assume, or I was assuming, rather, that there were... Why am I so short? Because I'm crouching. That answers a lot of questions. Can I have this in my torch, please?
It's stuck.
Well, it's not stuck. It's more just sort of built into the wall. But, you know, you say potato, I say potato. I say it's bloody dark in here. Where's this torch?
It's too heavy for me to carry around.
This is not a torch. This is a mace. Bashing people on the head.
I looked at a torch. Now I just need to light it up.
Yep. Simply drag the torch from your inventory. I wish you'd leave me more time to speak. Well, press tab. Here we are.
Let there be light. And
there was. Goodness. Goodness me, you have very well manicured nails. Wish I could say the same. Anyway, yeah. I have to assume that there is more in the Steam version of the game than the itch.io version. Primarily because the itch.io version is free. Never mind, we'll get back to that in a minute. And the Steam version cost about £7, which is about the price of a semi unfashionable waistcoat in a deep discount in a department store that's going broke. Right then, I shall have this pumpkin, please, which I did not see was previously here. So we have voice acting, which we didn't have before. There's a bizarre bit of motion blur on that, which is a bit unusual. You have reached a checkpoint. Good for me. It would be impressive. It would be really impressive if you managed to die in this room before you reach this checkpoint. That would require levels of stupidity and moronicisms that even I would struggle to reach. And I've been a right moron today of that, I assure you. Right. Strange mold on the walls. This is going to be difficult because I'm going to be second guessing every single thing I say in fear of having previously said it. So, I do remember being jump scared by a bat. Ow, I don't remember cracking my wrist on the desk. I do remember being jump scared by a bat. I'm making some stupid comment about bats and phobias and all sorts of other things. Oh, these aren't jack-o'-lanterns, these are just pumpkins. Alright then, am I going to turn them into jack-o'-lanterns later? Perhaps, perhaps not. One doesn't know. Well, I noticed that we have two pathways here. I feel like we didn't have two pathways previously. Alright then, let's see what we have got here with some treasure.
I believe this belongs to me.
Does this look any different? Somewhat? I don't remember this being here before. What does that say? Oh, vault! Sorry, I read that as a totally different word that began with V, and we shan't be discussing. Never mind. Yes, it's interesting. I don't think that was there before. The rest of it all looks much the same. Next page. There we are. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Sewers, servants' quarters, throne room, prison, burial chamber. No, most of this seems to be much the same. What does that say? I think that says water sluice. Sluice is not a word I'm massively familiar with. Hello. Can I help you with something, sir? Give him all of your pumpkins, give him half of your pumpkins, give him nothing, or do nothing. Well, this is unexpected to say the least, but at least it's vastly different. Goodness, it's like a skeleton model that's had a number of pumpkins imposed upon it. Well, yeah, I'm having a bit of a bad day today, so let's be generous. That usually cheers me up a bit. Let's give him all the pumpkins.
Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Yeah, alright. But where were you storing that? Exactly. I'm really glad that we couldn't see the other side of him, otherwise things might have been less than optimal. Right. Does this look any different to what I can vaguely remember of us reading last time? I do not believe so, no. Right click to exit. I can't read. Hello. I don't have any pumpkins to give you. I mean, I can give you all of them, which is nothing.
I'll let it slip this time, but I'll be back.
Okay. Okay.
Poor soul. She didn't make it far. But what killed her?
I don't remember having such a well-defined character model before. So, what you're trying to tell me is that at random intervals I'm going to be accosted by a mugger.
Locked.
Well, it is a prison cell after all. I'm going to be randomly accosted by a mugger who is going to steal my vegetables. Right then. I really wish he'd... Going to have to do better than that game. I've just had a pumpkin man mug me. Believe me, mate, you're going to have to do a hell of a lot better than a squawkly noise to actually spook me. What the hell was I talking about? Ah, yes. I wish he had appeared at dinner time when I was a child. He could have stolen all of my vegetables then, and I wouldn't have minded in the slightest. But, never mind. So yes, obviously there will be some degree of repetition here and there, and I'll try not to dwell too much on the stuff that's previously been observed. As best I can remember, I will try to focus a bit more on the new spookalicious
Looks like
stuff.
some sort of socket, but something's missing.
Some sort of shield emblem. Alright then, let's see if we can track those down. Let's see if we can access that area. Have these, thank you very much. Can I have this? No, this does not seem like a good enough candlestick. I might be a grave robber, but goodness knows I've got standards. Yes, this is a storage room. This is weird. There was a pathway here previously where there was a dead person on some spikes and a door you couldn't go through there. Most mysterious. Right then, let us see what other treasure and deliciousnesses we can find, he says, crouching too much. Just stop breathing on me, mate. I don't like it when people breathe on me. Ah, right. Presumably this is a clue as to the nature of the... Well done, Philip. While picking up one pen, you managed to pick up 2 pens. Drop one of the pens on your thigh and thoroughly scare yourself. Oh, shut up. Goodness. I am in a choosed-off mood, and I have no wish to be breathed upon by you breathing ghouls. Right. You know what I could have done? Taken a photograph. But that's what I get for having the... having such an outdated brain. Right then, never mind. A pickaxe. Goodness, what on earth do I want this for? It is old and rusty, but still serves its purpose, especially if that purpose is smashing people's skulls in. Right then, no matter, rust is going to get in the way of that. Okie dokie then. Anything else? Any other treasure? Any other booze that I can use to drown my sorrows? I do not know. I do remember... here it is. I knew that there was a piddle bucket somewhere in this room. It was just a case of finding it. Alright then. Can I see the emblem that we've got? So that's the middle one. So let's go and see if I can put that in the middle spot. And see if that does us any good. Can I run? A little bit. I have no memory of that being a thing before. Oh, good. I'm glad the Steam version is a bit more exciting. I should put this here, players. Thank you very much. Okay then, because it really should merit it. If you can get like a free version of the game and a £7 version of the game, there should be a good bit more fun in the £7 one. So so far I'm rather enjoying this, and
That's Jeffrey, all right.
rather playing.
Poor bastard.
Okay, so this is the guy that died on the spikes before. Sorry, I wouldn't normally do this, but I am trying to study this individual's breasts, because I'm trying to see if they're reusing the same model as before, just sort of hiding the fact that it's the woman's model, or whether they actually did design a second one. So, just a little bit of curiosity on my part there. Which one's this? This is the big inverted U shape, which is a weird thing we have in data analysis. Whenever any sort of relationship is sort of a that way one, so like it starts out low, goes high, and then goes down, we always call it an inverted U shape instead of an N shape. Oh no, go away. Go. Hello. What happens if I give you half of them? Because that would be 4.5, which doesn't really work from a mathematical scale, but never mind.
Thanks. Here's a hint for you. I'll mark it on your map.
Thank you. You also took slightly more than half, but don't worry about it. What, here? This thing? How exciting. Alright, good. It's like being given a quest in Skyrim. Here, I'll mark it on your map. Oh, wrong button. A journal. I didn't know we had this before. What? Jeffrey and his clumsy crew are already here. I should go look for them before they do something stupid. Hint. Getting a light source. Something fishy going on. I don't know whether they need like a little puzzle or something.
It looks
to solve
like some
that.
sort of socket. But something's missing.
Yes, and the sooner you shush, the sooner we can get on with life, can't we? Alright then. So I must have missed one then. There must be another one. Another emblem somewhere. Because we got one here in storage. And I'm trying to think where Jeffrey's demise connects to. Because that's the storage room up there, I think. And that's the door we're trying to get through now? I'm not convinced this map makes much sense, but then again, I never was much of a Boy Scout, so maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. There must be another... Oh, there's a piece of paper here. I didn't see this before. I've noticed some strange glyphs on the walls in the kitchen. I know they are somehow connected to the large door at the crossing. I've always been wondering what's behind that door since it is so heavily guarded. Alright, so you're telling me there's like a little clue in the kitchen for me to solve that. Fair enough, but that doesn't do me a great deal of use, given that I haven't actually been able to access the kitchen yet. Unless that was the room I went into with all the barrels, but surely not. Surely that wouldn't make any sense at all. Because I remember going into the kitchen. I have vague memories of talking about a mouldy sausage roll in the kitchen, which is odd, but never mind. Where is this additional shield? It's not in there. Some sort of ink trays in there for all the interest and good that they offer. But I thought you really needed to go tomb raiding for the sake of getting a little ink. I thought you could just pop down to the stationery shop to obtain some of that. But what do I know? I'm a little befuddled. Not quite sure where I'm supposed to get this last thing from. Because this... I don't know, I'm really not sure about this map. Because you come down here, and you do turn right to go off to wherever the hell this is, and you do turn left to come here. Into the storage room. A little bit confused, I am. Let me have another little wander around and see if I can find this last shield. Goodness, I feel like Indiana Jones. Is this secret area necessary? Or is it is it thoroughly optional? I do have vague recollections of finding other sort of secret areas. I'm not quite sure what's so secret about a piddle bucket, but never mind. Let's open some of these. There we go. Some more golden plates and cups and saucers and candelabras and all sorts of other lovely things. Right then. We did find one in here. We found one in that box, I think, which makes me believe that there wouldn't be another one in here. But it must be somewhere. Oh, goodness. I can jump really high if I want to. Must have legs made of springs. Can't duck my head, however. Must have a upper back and neck made of 2x4. Right then. Give me a minute to look, and I shall see if I can find anything that is useful to us. That's interesting. So it seems like you can possibly escape him if you run really fast. Interesting. So there's a weird sort of do you, don't you, kind of. That was a really weird movement. I don't know why I did that. I sincerely apologise to everyone involved. Yeah, there's a weird sort of do you, don't you to this, in the sense that do you let him catch you and do you give up some of your pumpkins for the sake of maybe getting a hint about where something special or important is, or do you not do that for the sake of not getting murdered? I remember reading this before. Yes, and having difficulty pronouncing some of the words in it.
I'm a treasure hunter, not a warrior.
Well, one would argue they're sort of the same thing. What do we have here?
I'm a treasure hunter, not a warrior.
You're also a bit stuck, mate, but I wouldn't worry too much about that. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
I'm not leaving without the crown.
No, and I shan't make the same joke twice. Right then, give me a wee bit longer and I shall have another look for this damn thing.
These stones are loose. I should see if I can find something to break the wall down.
Ah. Okay. Turned out I just wasn't being violent enough. The solution to all my problems. Pure, unadulterated, barbaric violence was clearly the solution to all my problems in life. Ah, good, some more pumpkins. Right, oh no. We'll quickly pick these ones up. I should satiate pumpkin lust. Dear, fine.
That's not enough. Get me more.
I haven't got any more, for goodness sake, man. Ah, good, here's this. Man, like, demanding little soul, isn't they? Giddy out. We need more meat, more pumpkin meat. Also, what the hell is he doing with those pumpkins? He can't be eating them, he'd be eating himself. Are they his children? Goodness sake, I didn't get this game to be a childcare manager. Firewood is coming to an end if I do not have it soon. Yes. I'm sure that your problems are very important, mate, but I have a pumpkin man that is trying to eat my face off. Please do not think that your problems are more important than mine. Right. What does this say? Your vault security system is more efficient than the previous one. Nearly killed one of our guards. He was lucky he was carrying a shield in the moment he misstepped. Otherwise he would have been impaled to death right on the spot. Seldom is one impaled and it doesn't lead to death. Right. Now I find myself wondering many things. Primarily, I am wondering whether I need to get one of those shields from the entry room. The armory, as I think it was. Whether I might be able to take one of those with me as I enter the vault. That might be beneficial. I should emphasize these doors here have shut, which is going to be a bit of a pickle if I can't get them open again. Well, I'm pressing E and nothing's happening. So, I guess a shield isn't for me. I shall have to deal with this little dinky one that I have here. Oh dear, it really isn't my day, is it? If you're wondering why I'm in a bit of a cheesed off mood, I had an interview and it didn't go very well, so That was all happy and joyous. Right then. Let's get impaled to death. That will surely make me feel better. Hello? I heard you were offering impalements. That sounded quite fun. Oh, God.
This must be the entrance to the vault.
I suppose so. You have reached a checkpoint. Alright. We've got more of these symbols here. Is this like that thing at the end of Indiana Jones? We had to step on certain sort of panels, as it were. You have to like follow a path that follows the combination. Like this. Huzzah! I did it! I used my brain. And a puzzle from a video game that, goodness, is probably older than I am. Oh, these are little piles of coins. Goodness, they are stacked very neatly. Right. What? These sticks of dynamite? Well, whoop-de frickin' doodle. I can't sell outdated dynamite. I can't even carry it. It'll probably blow up in my mittens. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Dear. Yeah, pumpkin. On the way back from university today, I stopped at a shop to buy myself a chocolate bar. The idea was that when I got through the horror of the interview, I would have the chocolate bar to make myself feel better, help myself relax from the stress a little bit. But it will serve its purpose just as well as a commiseration bar, rather than as a hooray you did it. Now let's sit in eager anticipation bar. Right then, giddy yards. Be blasted rich by the end of this, which I guess was sort of the purpose of being down here. Let's have more coins, please. Giddy yards. Also, I do find myself questioning something. These pumpkins, how the hell have they not rotted away? They must be a recent addition. Most confusing. First of all, please Please invent a new word, Phil. Excellent job. Right, could you now read the piece of darned paper instead of talking tripe? Please inform the storage keeper that once again there are 2 boxes missing in the recent delivery of antiques. This is the 2nd time in a row. I'm getting tired of this sloppiness. The deal was for 10 boxes with a total of 200 gold coins. He won't get paid until I have received all of it. Likewise, I don't need any more torches. The chest should suffice for a year, at least. Go away, go away, go away, go away, go away. Do I have to follow the same path to leave?
Trick or treat.
Dear. Fine, you can have half.
Here. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
You know what you could do to show me you're really grateful, dude? You could buzz off and leave me the hell alone, you monstrous freakazoid. Right then. I mean, it's nice to meet another living creature down here, and I use the term living generously, but never mind. Okay, it said, I think, on little map, if we are indeed in the kitchen. No, it did not say that there was a secret here. I totally misremembered what I was doing. Allow me to take this ladle and bash myself in the brain with it as a severe punishment for this. Right then. We have a door there, and we have more of a room here. What do we have down here? I do not know. I cannot enter this area. Presumably this goes back to the other bit where we found Jeffrey. Is that a black sphere? Oh good, I've got 1/3 of Mehrunes Dagon's dagger. Black sphere collected. What in the name of hell is this? It has a strangely cold feeling to it. Maybe it's been underground for a couple of centuries. I can't decipher the material it is made of. It's probably made of pure solidified hate. If I had to go out on a limb and guess, and believe me when I say that I do.
Locked. I need a key.
Shame I don't have one. Right then. Give me that motion blur. Most bizarre. Right then, you have reached t'other checkpoint. Huzzah and hooray. I'm very pleased about the situation. Right, also, what's with we have normal pumpkins that look like this, and then we have these weird sort of teardrop shaped ones that remind me a bit of a gumdrop, now that I think about it, which seem a little strange and mysterious, but never mind. I can walk down here without being scared of without being scared. Sorry. Sorry, that just got me. That just got me. I can walk down here without being scared of every passing shadow now, which is nice. I have vague recollections of there being something over here, like a candlestick or something. Bit of treasure. Yes, here we are. Some goblets. Yes, indeed, for the goblins. Lovely stuff. Right then. Let us continue on our little journey. I feel like the overall... Seriously, what is up with these frickin' pumpkins? Did somebody write a memo about these things and I missed it? I don't know. I mean, I get it, you know, it's Halloween, you want to do something spooky, I get it. You know, pumpkins are the obvious way to go, but still. You know, we are in a tomb. A tomb that presumably has not been opened in a great deal of time, with the exception of Geoffrey and his dearest darling lady friend. With the exception of those two, I don't believe anyone else has been down here in a great deal of time. Oh, that is a secret place. That is not a very secret place. It was clearly just a different balcony that you didn't realise was there because you were as dense as a brick, Philip. But never mind. Goodness, let me have this goblet and I can drink my sorrows away. Man alive. Alright then, never mind. Can I go this way without getting more tootsies impaled, please? I don't think my tootsies are particularly charming, but I think they'd be somehow slightly worse if they were to be oozing blood and all sorts of other things. Although now that I speak about impaling tootsies, I suppose it is possible to be impaled and not die. You can have your mitten impaled and not die, I suppose. Happened to the Dragonborn once and he shook it off like a pro. So, I wouldn't shake that off. So perhaps I don't know what I'm talking about. The interviewer certainly seemed to think that. Right. You know what makes it worse? It was one of these bloody automated ones where you just record your responses in a video and then it uses like a piece of software to like analyze to see whether you said certain words and then accepts you or rejects you based upon that. Right? Like if a human being decided they didn't like me, that would be one thing, but for a robot, for a bloody robot to say that he doesn't like me, that's a whole new level of pain. Right then. We got loads of pumpkins and we haven't been visited.
It's a long way down.
Oh, kitty, oh, kitty. I vividly remember this bloody bit. What was the jump button? It was space. Alright then. "15 times impaled. Marginally more sharp." Right. Oh. Oh. There is a sneakiness. Right. Sorry, that was the sound of a small mouse. I do apologise for the slamming doors you can hear. There's not a hell of a lot I can do about it, and I sincerely apologise for that. Right then, let us see what we can find over here. I believe, if I remember correctly, we are getting close to the crown itself, and close to its respective guardians. I should have known you'd be around here somewhere. I'll pick up these. I have just realised there's a severe disadvantage to picking up a massive load of pumpkins, because that means at the absolute minimum I have got to give him 17. 17? 17 and a half. Sorry, my math was off. I'll give you half.
Here. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Yeah, which is a lot. Versus you, there's probably like a set amount that he needs to not be cross at you. Maybe like, I don't know, if you give him like 5, for example, he'll give you a piece of treasure. If you give him 10, he'll give you a golden piece of treasure. If you give him 15, he'll give you like a hint on your map. Maybe there's like a system like that rather than it being, because I imagine it can't be fully random. There must be some degree of like mathematical certainty to this.
This has to be the cathedral. I better not let those restless souls notice me.
Yes, I had best be sneaky and stealthy. Which is really difficult because when it's dark in here, I can't see. Would you stop mooing at me? When it's dark here, I can't see a thing because I've got loads of bright light shining on my face, which causes severe difficulties. But never mind. Any other treasure? Yep, there's a stick. There's many things here. Goodness. No one seems to be after me, which is a bit weird. I guess they must be bored. Maybe they're on strike. That's sense.
Fall to ruin.
Nice additional touch. I approve. Oh dear, scared the chicken goujons off me. Bloody hell. Right then, what's that? Oh, sorry, I thought it was a pair of fingers. 'Twas not a pair of fingers. 'Twas in fact nothing at all. Right then, we have some more secrets that we are aware of in this area. Let me see anything there. I can see a box of treasure. I can see many different pathways that I can go. I'm not quite sure which one I should take. I'm going to go this way, because this seems like the one that's most likely to lead to a dead end. Yep, here we go. Good. There we are, we've sorted that side out. Let's, a metal rod. Wrong button. Twice wrong button. A metal rod, it is made from solid cast iron. Good, we could use that as a bludgeoning stick. Mind you, we do have a burning stick here. We could also use that as a bludgeoning stick. Now that I cast my mind over the possibilities. Well, that didn't break, which is a small miracle. Mind you, most people who are taller than 5 feet tall could probably step over that gap. But, you know, I'm not going to criticise these ancient Egyptians or whoever it is that they are for their architectural designs when it comes to murdering people.
Something's missing.
Like a sense of humour. Alright then, you don't want the bauble, you just want the stick. Alright, fair enough. Let's have some more stuff. Goodness sake, it's a big candlestick. Oh goodness. There's more stuff here that I nearly missed. Where does that go? I feel like I shouldn't go in there. I do see a trap in there. Oh gosh. Alright. I mean, you wouldn't have let me live it down if I'd done anything else, would you? Pumpkin. Treasure. Booze. And diddly squat. Excellent. Apart from auditory corruptions. Maybe you can't hear those auditory corruptions. Maybe actually they're just hallucinations brought on by the
Hey, you. Have you got something for me?
I don't know, but you've given me something. That something being a view of the skybox, which is a hell of a thing. Maybe those are just sounds that I'm hearing due to the hallucinations which are being brought on by the severe brain damage that I've had from having these large rocks thrown in my face.
Thanks. Here's a hint for you. I'll mark it on your map.
Goodness, he left early, didn't he? There's another one. In the cistern. Excellent. We can ask Brynjolf for some help in picking it up. Right then. Oh no, I think I missed those. I thought this was like an optional thing. If you could figure it out, but it's clearly not. It's clearly very necessary. Oh, come on, mate. If you can jump so high that your eyebrows are out of there, I think you could jump a little higher.
Your life is meaningless.
Alright, there's spooky and then there's mean, alright? Like, as much as I agree with you, mate, alright? There's no need to get bloody personal, alright? I mean, at least I've got a face. It's not much of a face, but you haven't got one. Can the lot of yous just shush? I have no interest in listening to your batty badgerings. Right, get here. Oh dear, what a day. What a day. What a bloody day. Right then.
Don't worry. It's all in your mind.
But is that any better? Mwah. Is it any better that it's all in my mind? Because if something's in your mind, then it's hard to escape from. If it's a physical problem that you're dealing with, never mind any of the physical problems that I might be dealing with. Oh, bugger off. At least if it's a physical problem, you can sort of get away with it. Or get away from it, rather. You can, like, you know, walk away from it. You can leave. You can go on a holiday to Andorra or something. Dear, I really hope I get to go on a holiday to Andorra one day. I make so many blasted references to it. Anyone think I lived there? I just like it because it's a country that most people don't know exists. And I love that. I'd love to live in a country that most people don't realise is a real thing. Which is wonderful. Anyway, that's beside the point. Huzzah. Right then. Giddy up. Where are we? We're only here? Man alive. Alright, we go through this bridge. I don't know how we're going to access this. Possibly going this sluice. Don't know if I've ever finished my thought about a sluice. I don't know what a sluice is, but I am aware of a sluice room, which is a thing. I was going to say a thing that they have in hospitals. A thing that they at least had in hospitals back before the earthquake. A thing that they had in hospitals, which I believe was usually like a sterilization room, where they would like boil instruments and things in order to prevent them from contaminating other patients. That sort of thing. I think that's what a sluice room is used for. I'm not sure. And all of that information comes from a 40 plus 20, 60. There we are. I got the math done in the end. A 60-year-old comedy film that I haven't seen in years. But we shan't worry about none of that. This is very brown. I don't like that. I sincerely hope that the amount of treasure that I have accrued is enough for me to buy a new pair of shoes. Right then. Yes, into sewers and then into some pipes. That sounds all happy and cheery and lovely. I don't really want my pumpkin served with poop sauce. You know, of all the things in this world that I want, and a job is one of them, poopy pumpkins isn't exactly high on my list, right? I'm not the kind to make an Amazon wish list or write a letter to Santa, but if I were to do such things, then those things wouldn't be at the top of my list of things. Go on. Technically, I suppose I should actually let him catch me, because it would be better to give half my pumpkins now than to wait until I've got a barrow load more. Right, I apologise if I'm rushing through this a bit. It's just A, I'm aware that you've seen all this before, probably. And B, I'm just conscious of the fact that we've already been going for 40 minutes. I can't remember how long the first video was, but I remember it was not exactly a short one, but which, yeah, generally good. I'm not one for that facial expression. I'd forgotten about that facial expression, but it's a hell of a facial expression. Very emotive. It's very difficult to do that as a sculptor, to get that much emotion into a face when it's made of stone. But ooh, is it? No, it's not. This is just something for you to chain people to, so that as you come down the stairs, you can laugh at them. Ha ha ha! You smelly poor person being tied here. Right. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I apologise if I'm a bit erratic this evening. I sincerely apologise. What was that? Sounded like someone dropping a tea set. Never mind. Yeah, I was talking about short versus long videos, you know. If it's not already blatantly obvious, I prefer the long format rather than the short format. Though saying that, there are some people on this site who take long format to a crazy extent. I'll tell you a little story, actually. Ooh. My persistence paid off. Aha! Yes, tell you a little story, actually. I was seeing loads of sorts of gaming news articles talking about you shouldn't be down here. No, that much I agree with. Ah. Oh dear. Oh, you Danish? That is the flag of Denmark, isn't it? I think so. That's nice. The English in this game is fantastic for not being written by a native speaker, so that's good. Is that the Brooklyn Bridge? No, I don't think that is the Brooklyn Bridge. That doesn't look like Brooklyn there. Can I turn this off to get a better... There we are, it's much better. No, I don't think that is the Brooklyn Bridge. I don't know why there'd be a thing there. Oh, what's this? I don't know, it's all fuzzy. Certificate of Excellence. Not a Certificate of Excellent Pixels, however, because it's a bit too fuzzy to read. Diploma has been given by the Department of Excellence Police Work. You are the... I can't read what the rest of that says. You are best department something. I can't read the rest of that. Is that a coin? It comes with a commemorative coin. That's good. I'm always complaining. Well, I'm always complaining. I've complained once that degree certificates aren't as fancy as they ought to be. But I think if they came with a coin, that would maybe make things a bit better. What do we have here? Finally, I got my new PC up and running, but still with the crash issues. After weeks of troubleshooting, I have finally concluded that my older graphics card has some issues. With the current prices of graphics card, as you might know already, I'm going to wait a bit until the inflated retail price has gone down to get a proper graphics card. It took me about 2 weeks to develop this game at first, but then I decided to improve upon it because it became clear to me that the game lacked deeper content and a purpose. Furthermore, Athemore is even available on Steam. Yes, I know. I don't think... Well, this one might be available in the itch.io version. I certainly didn't see it in the itch.io version. Who would have thought? Hopefully people will enjoy it. I certainly am. The focus onwards will be on adding the final chapter to my project called Unaware, aiming for the full release on Steam just before the end of 22. That's right about the time that I'm recording this. But simultaneously I'll be collaborating on a secret project along with a friend of mine. Ah, yes, that is definitely the developer's name. I remember it from the comment. Right. Man, 3 screens. You must have done a lot of work to need 3 screens, my friend. Right. It's a bit dark. That's better. Well, that was a nice little secret. Nice little change of pace. Get a little bit meta for a moment. That's quite nice. I rather enjoy that. Yes. Right then. Where are we? What are we doing? Cistern and water sluice. Where does the water sluice come out? Is that accessed, like, along this wall? It would seem not. No. There must be a way to access it, because it looks like it's along here somewhere. But I don't see it, because that's the pipes that attach you to this cistern. But I want to get in here and get access to this. But I don't quite know how you do that. Because there is no way of going right down that tunnel. Maybe need to be on a different level, like higher up or lower down, or upside down, or inside out, or back to front, or goodness knows.
Locked. I need a key.
Oh, blast and fiddlesticks. Where is this? This is the burial chamber. Alright then, I need to find a burial chamber key, it would seem. But, oh goodness, it left us behind. Giddy. There's lots of these things left behind. How many pumpkins have I picked up thus far? I don't know, but it's a lot. I found myself questioning how the hell I'm carrying so many. Oh, cutie, I want that one. I want that one. Ow, my knee.
Here. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Chunky sort, isn't he? Right. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I don't know. Okay, so I think you remember this. I remember talking about how impractical these are because dust keeps getting kicked into them. We can't use that to get into anywhere spookylicious. We can, however, hear a spookylicious noise. Oh goodness, the potion puzzle.
You will fall to ruin.
Idiot. Right. I don't even know what to say, mate. I'm already practically ruined at this point, so, you know. My teeth are ruined, my skin is ruined, my sense of humour is ruined,
Get back here.
Who's that? Hello? Who
Locked.
is there?
I need a key.
Oh, I'll try and find out. Hello? What the hell was that? Did you see something sort of red as I came across it? Like it sort of jumped up a bit. Yeah, that's mysterious. I don't remember there being a voice before. I do remember there being a jump scare when you open this. This wasn't here before. Alright, there's a lot going on in there, none of which are the things that I thought were going to be going on. Note to self: when revisiting previously played games, re-watch the video so that you know what actually happens. You don't confuse your stupid self. Right then. Man alive. Here is the note from Richard. If you should like to read this, then you are welcome to do that. But, never mind. I'm pretty sure we've read that before, so I shall leave that to one side. Right then. What does this connect to? I don't know, because there's nothing on the map that talks about this. Right then. So we heard... What was that all about? Why was that like juttering as I went along here? Are you changing something? I'm suspicious, game. That voice sounded like the voice of a woman. Oh, it's like a second
Locked.
part.
I need a key.
Help me.
Yes, it's definitely a woman's voice. And I think, from what little I saw of it, that character model was that of a gentleman.
Locked.
So-
I need a key.
Hello. You have a quiver of arrows. They imprisoned you, but didn't take away your weapon. That seems a bit weird.
Who are you and what are you doing here? Why are you behind these bars?
Shh. Please be quiet. Otherwise he might hear us. I have seen him down here.
I'm sorry. Seen who?
The warden. I have seen him. Have you come to rescue me?
Oh. You might have seen the warden, madam, but I've seen a ventriloquist. How did she get here? Try to calm her down? What do you mean calm her down? She's perfectly calm. The warden or do nothing. She seems to be dressed the same way as members of Jeffrey's gang were, so presumably she's not exactly on my side, but you know. Deadly tombs in which you're most likely to die whilst carrying 755 pumpkins in your pocket, goodness only knows how I'm doing that, makes for strange bedfellows, so I suppose we should
I'm Jerome.
ask some questions.
How did you end up here?
I can't remember. I must have been blacked out or something. I was scavenging along with Jeffrey and Cassia, but somehow we got separated. All I can remember was hearing Jeffrey screaming. That's all.
Relate. I don't think relate is something that you choose to do. You just do it or you don't. I don't think there's much choice involved here. I'll help you.
Listen, I'm going to help you get out of here. There must be a key somewhere, but you need to remain calm and stay quiet. I'll be back for you, okay?
Please hurry. I'm scared. This place gives me the creeps.
Actually, imagine just doing a bit more than that, given that you've been captured by a demon and chucked in a prison cell. But, you know, what do I know? What are you doing, Philip? Oh, for goodness sake.
Hey, you. Have you got something for me? Thanks. Here's a hint for you. I'll mark it on your map.
Sorry, I was about to criticize myself for looking for a prison cell key inside the prison cell, because that would have been really, really stupid. I think that's the new one. I don't have the... Why did that one go away? Is that because I collected that key? Oh, I collected that secret or whatever it was? I don't know.
The door is locked.
Who the hell are you? Are you after me? It's not often in a horror game when I have to question whether the bad guy is actually trying to... Oh, he's the warden, isn't he? Wake up, Philip. Honestly, there's the second switch there which I need to flip. That's a nice sound effect. I don't know where you got that sound effect, but it's a nice one. Right then. Oh, bollocks. And now I have been grabbed. Indeed! When was my last checkpoint? Back here, oh for goodness sake. How much of a sort of a checkpoint reset is this? Have you like reset my items and things? You haven't reset the fact that I've been down there. So I'm going to assume you've just sort of replaced me. How many pumpkins did I have before? I feel like I had about 25 before, so it seems like they haven't taken any of my stuff away. Alright then, let's see if I can get back through here again without being cuddled by the warden, which is not a situation I thought I was going to find myself in this afternoon. Secret area, yes indeed. Any keys? Rusty key bundle, yes. And there's an infinite pit through which I can throw myself down if I so fancy. Where's the warden gone? Has he gone patrolling down the rest of the place, or not? This leads to an interesting situation. Am I going to have a follower? I have indeed! I'm a man of my word. Hopefully this will work. Huzzah! It worked. Looks like blood. Oh, I can sort of dispose of items if I so wish. That's cool. Don't think I could do that before. Ha! Excuse me a moment while I steal your dinner plate. Ask her to follow, ask her to stay, or ask her to do nothing with her life. Like me.
Follow me.
Alright.
I'm pressing 4. 4, all the good it's doing.
Stay here.
Alright.
This is a problem.
Follow me.
Alright.
This is a problem. I can't move. If you get stuck in a conversation that you don't want to be having with somebody, just jump up and down a little bit, then everything will be better. I'm sure that's how it works. What is going on? Alright, I've got a follower, and she has a decent animation as well, which is impressive. Right.
Locked. I need a key.
Can I check some of these other cells to see if there's anything else fun in them? Some more blood. Oh, I don't remember the combination of items you need for like the final puzzle. I have no recollection of that at all. So I might muck that up a couple of times. And I seem to remember that it doesn't just reset you to a checkpoint, it actually like restarts the game when you do that. So that's good. My hiccups are less good. And the fact that my only friend in this entire world has just vanished into thin air is also less than optimal. Oh, there you are. Right. Your pathfinding AI leaves something to be desired. Right then. Never mind any of my mindless criticisms of people's work, which is at a which is a level of quality with which I could not match. So possibly I should shut up. I could try going into the. Where have you gone now? You've gotten stuck on something, haven't you? What are you stuck on? Are you stuck on the doorway? Right, here we are. Now, just move your patoot through the doorway like a competent person. Thank you very much. I presume that sort of taking her with you or not taking her with you is going to have some kind of impact on the final ending. Like, you danced off into the sunset together and lived happily ever after with a bunch of weak tykes. Or not. Does this work here?
Wrong key.
That somehow doesn't surprise me. It seems like a prison set of keys rather than a burial chamber key. But it was worth a try once upon. Leave me alone, you big smelly pumpkin spice person. Do you think the people from Starbucks are going to come and murder him later to see if they can get some pumpkin spice off him for their lattes or whatever the hell it is they put on these things? I don't know, I've never been to a Starbucks in my life. We do have them in this country, despite the fact that they are a horribly American thing. But, it's weird. It's like one of the most American sort of shops and brands I can think of. Like if Walmart set up here. It just seems a bit sort of weirdly out of place. But, never mind. I mean, it's not like we've got a shortage of coffee shops in this country. But never mind, what do I know? Place the crown on the pedestal or do nothing? I should do nothing, please. And I can press escape, not that it will do any good. And I can press 4, not that it will do any good. There we are. Right. Just slowly tear myself away from it. Right. Those had better have been your footsteps and nobody else's. I can't remember whether I had to leave the key or whether leave the crown or not. I must get hold of the scepter. Only my father knew about the importance of this item and its purpose. According to the illustrations of my father's drawings, it can be used as a lever. I am certain it fits inside that hole in the pillar within the throne room. I should get in touch with Kaiso, I'm going to presume it's pronounced, judging off the Latin pronunciation of Caesar. As soon as possible. He knows a thing or two about the occult. I am sure he will be willing to summon my father's spirit. I know he has done it
Give
before.
your soul to me.
I've already sold it to about... Sir. That is company. We are here to conduct a business. Would you kindly stop beating your meat for the sake of 5 minutes? Whilst we visit. Also, he's a king, and he's not in a king-size bed. What's up with that? Right,
The power of life grants the light.
yeah, that's about the blood. I remember that much. Whether I needed the blood or not, actually, Ah, no, I do vaguely recall now. Yes, this was about filling them, wasn't it? Need more and better blood samples. Need some properly bloody stuff. Excellent, excellent, excellent. You stop running. And there's another little dinky flag. Hello, little dinky flag. I don't need a million bloody empty bottles. Yes, I think I do remember the correct way of doing this now. At least most of the correct way of doing this. What's over here? Nothing. I think this is where the exit does lead. Yes, northern exit. Here we are. Can't get into the servants' quarters. That's odd. I have vague recollections of being able to do that before. Maybe I'm getting muddled up with a prison. There are such similarities between... You scared the living life out of me, mate. Don't ever do that again.
Here. Take this as a token of my gratitude.
Right. What was I talking about? Oh, yes.
Locked. I need a key.
Similarities between burial chambers and, or coffins more specifically, and the housing of the poor. Right, never mind any of that. If you're wondering what I was looking off to the side there was a small insect. Hello. Did you just fall down from somewhere? I do apologise that I didn't notice that, but I am so bad at knowing the correct direction to look in terms of seeing the jump scare. So I apologise, mate. Your final act of drama was missed by your only member of audience. I sincerely apologise. Right, who buried a bloody pumpkin? Unless they put it in with a plate. It's got some semblance of sense. Right, I shall have this dagger, please.
It's stuck.
Leave me alone.
It's stuck.
Leave me alone, you big smelly person. Can I use this on here? No, seemingly not. He's gone away and left me alone, though, which is nice. Maybe if you open the inventory,
Hey,
that's...
you. Have you got something for me?
And if you keep turning up like this, is going to be a slap to the chops.
Thanks. Here's a hint for you. I'll mark it on your back.
Anything I haven't seen before? There's something at the far right-hand side of the burial chamber. That thing that I've already done, but never mind. Giddy. At least there's plenty of pumpkins. At least they aren't being shy about that. That much I appreciate. Let's have this. Now,
Why is this fire so bright?
but it is fire.
Why is this fire so bright?
And what did you expect to happen? I can't remember, because I think, if I remember correctly, you can sort of enchant items using this. Yes. The question is whether or not I actually needed to do that. Now has a green glow. Yes. That might have been a horrible mistake, or that might have been utterly necessary. I cannot remember which. Excuse me, friend. Excuse me, secondary friend. Speaking of secondary friend, where's primary friend gone? Oh, primary friend, where are you? Yeah. It seems like her AI follows a direct path. Like a kind of a straight line to where you are. So, it's quite easy for her to get caught on stuff. But never mind. Alright then, it would seem that we have been going way too long as it is, and we need to get the hell out of here. So, if I remember correctly, I need to sacrifice my own
It's an old
blood.
bull.
Yes, indeed. I need to sacrifice my own blood rather than sacrificing the blood of someone else. There we are. Hopefully that worked. There seemed a lot of blood to be giving up, but never mind.
It's now full of fresh blood.
Yep, and hopefully I had a bandage, but probably not. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. Thank you for getting out of frickin' bed this time. Has that opened up the pathway for me to skedaddle? No, it has not opened up the pathway for me to skedaddle. It has opened up the pathway to something, however. What the hell? What's the hell? What's the hell? This is weird. Oh, were you holding that down? Oh, I thought I was pressing that and then like running through. Oh no, I've got to leave her behind. That seems cruel, but I'm going to do it because she signed up with a crew of burglars. That's the word I was looking for. I had the wrong B word in my brain then. She signed up with a crew of burglars who were attempting to steal all of my stuff. I mean, it's not my stuff. They attempted to steal something before I could steal it. Which, you know, is... Could you, dearest friend, could you stay here?
Stay here.
Okay.
How the hell do I get out of this? By pressing escape a lot. Haha. Now
Please
I
get
can't
me
escape.
out.
I will. I shall come back for you. Why don't you just go out the same way I came in? In fact, why don't I do that? Wait. In fact, yeah, why don't we just do that? Yeah, come on.
Follow me.
Follow me. We shall go
Okay.
back. Just as, there we are. It seems like if you press escape, you get like a moment's break from the interaction. If you try to sort of pull your mouse away, then you seem to sort of get out of it relatively expeditiously, which is nice. Come along, friend. What the hell was that? Oh, it was a bit of brick. Sorry, I thought it was a bloodstain. Turned out it was nothing quite so exciting. Yeah, so look, she didn't get stuck on things like that. Oh no, I can't go back, can I? Because one of the bridges here has collapsed. Oh, blast. Well, never mind, there goes that plan. Come on. Come on. I've got to sacrifice you for the sake of me and a load of money. Yeah, I don't see any other choice. I mean, we could just, like, pick up one of these barrels or one of these boxes and leave that on here, rather than leaving a human bodice. But what do I know?
Stay here.
Alright.
Right then. Bye-bye, friend. I can't use this
It
yet,
looks
can
like
I?
some sort of socket. But something's missing. That's not right.
You know, the scepter. Where did I get the bloody scepter from?
You're back.
I didn't go away yet. I will in a minute, don't worry. They mentioned the scepter. I do have a vague recollection of using that last time. I'm going to have a quick look around the burial ground to see if I missed anything in terms of that scepter. Then we shall get the hell out of here.
I can put a potion of blood here. I can put a potion of blood here.
Why would I want to do that? Oh, goodness. You're the last
I can
person
put
I
a
want to
potion
deal
of
with
Hey,
here.
you.
Kitty.
You got something for me?
Yeah, it's called a broken camera angle. I pressed 2 for him to take half, but he seems to have got a little... He was so shocked by my level of stinginess that I was only willing to redistribute 50% of my income to him, and by income I mean pumpkins, that he decided to break the whole game. Which is wonderful. Which is great, because that's a real bummer of a way to end this video. But, I really don't want to go back through the whole thing again. No. Forgive me, pumpkin. Man, what? It's alright. I was just pressing a number buttons and it told me to die. which is lovely. Not that he seems capable of doing it. So, that was a bit of an empty threat, wasn't it? Oh well, I'm completely stuck. For the sake of showing you the ending, I will play through the game again, and then we can see an ending. I won't get as much of the treasure, but I will get the crown and I'll get the lady, and then we can go and just see what sort of the ending is like, leaving her behind, because I don't know how you get out of there with her. But I shall have to do that on a different day, because I am positively knackered and it's very late. So, welcome my future self. Right.
Finally, you're back.
Indeed, it took a whole day, but I have returned. Right, so I'm trying to be as expeditious as I can, madam. I really am. Okay, so I restarted the game. I've got us back to where we were. The only difference is that I haven't been collecting loot as I've been going along, and I'll explain why in a moment. Now, that's working, but it's not working because you're not standing on it properly.
Follow me.
So we
Alright.
still get this thing where we get sort of bugged into the text menu. There. Could you sort of? Oh, no, please, no, please, no. Hi.
Thanks. Here's a hint for you. I'll
Most
mark it on
kind
your
of you. Not that it really matters. Why isn't she able to stand on this thing anymore? Okay, right, there we are. That seems to be
Stay
doing
here.
it.
Okay.
Okay, there we are. Wait, oh, for goodness sake. Would you please just stand on the thing?
Follow me.
Come on, I
Okay.
just want to explain what has gone wrong in the past day, other than all the things that have gone wrong in the past day. Right, why isn't she standing on this? She used to be able to do that. Why isn't it working anymore? Come on, just stand on the bit. Just... Right, is it, what, she needs to be like stood right on the corner? That never used to be the case.
Stay here.
Okay.
Now please, I beg of you, stay still. Honestly, I'm only trying to abandon you in a tomb. Didn't realise there was so much to ask for. Okay, I have the crown. I enchanted the dagger in the fire and then sacrificed my own blood, which I think is the correct thing to do. And now we're about to find out if that is indeed the correct thing to do. Goodness, I don't remember that happening before. Now what? What, don't I just get in the coffin and go to sleep? Isn't that what happened last time? Do I have to leave the crown?
You're back.
Yeah, it's been on for very long.
Out of here.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to work that much out on your own, madam. Leave the crown at the pedestal, I suppose. Because I can't seem to find a way of getting out of this with that. Without that. Oh yes, there was a different exit, wasn't there? Now I remember. Which means we probably don't need to leave you behind, actually. Follow me.
Okay.
And I will try and get out of this menu screen again. There we are. Are you actually going to follow me? Yes, there we are. Now, does that open the pathway here? No, it doesn't. Okay. So let me explain what happened. Earlier this morning, I tried to play this game again, and I got to the point where I'd just gotten her out of prison when the Pumpkin Man appeared again and screwed up everything. Oh no, now this is... now this is available. Alright. Okay, so I just broken her out of prison, and then Pumpkin Man appeared again and the same bug happened. I gave him half the pumpkins, and for some reason I couldn't get out of the menu again. Which just ruined everything. But never mind. Can I get in here now? Can I... No? Is this not how one escapes? Am I forgetting something? Because goodness knows I can't remember. It's been a long time. Oh, I needed this. Okay, and now this went into here, I think. Right. Now can I leave? Presumably not by the coffin, though. I have distinct memories of leaving by the coffin before. I don't know if that is now necessary. Is this? Okay, now this is... Okay, at least we can see one ending, even if I can't figure out what the hell the ending was that I did before. But never mind. Leave the dungeon. Yes, and hopefully it works this time. Regretful ending. Oh, fiddlesticks. Loot collected, none. Excellent. Secrets found 4 out of 6, yes. Probably could have found more actually if I'd actually been scouring the place properly. You're both free to leave, and you showed mercy by rescuing Audrey. Oh, that's a name, that's nice. Oh, so no, like, happily ever after, in terms of, like, you know, you dance off into the sunset together. Okay then, fair enough. Right. Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Sorry, having to do this again earlier really, just irritates me a tiny bit. But, what I think, like, a quick fix to the problem, potentially, might be to add a kind of... When you press escape, instead of just being able to quit to the main menu and having to start all over again, if there was a kind of almost like a kill yourself button, where you could sort of reset to the last checkpoint, because then you could go through it again and hopefully you wouldn't, oh look, it's me, oh good, I feel like, I don't know what I feel like, but that cheers me up enormously. Yeah, I feel like a sort of a force yourself to reset to the last checkpoint could be a way to solve that problem without causing, without having to, like, get into the nitty-gritty of what is causing the bug. If that proves to be difficult, that might be a way around the problem, because that is slightly frustrating that it makes you start all over again, because the game isn't really... I mean, you saw the time there. I had 20 minutes, even though I was, like, racing through as fast as I physically could. The only thing I was collecting was the pumpkins for the sake of not dying to Pumpkin Man. So, yes. I apologise for being a bit sort of down and out yesterday. You're not doing yourself any favours, game. Menu screens, that's where we like to go, to menu screens, not back to the desktop. Yes, I apologise for being down and out yesterday. It's my own stupid fault for recording directly after the disaster, but recording often cheers me up, so that's the reason that I did it. In the hope of making myself feel better, and I certainly did. But obviously you come here for entertainment, you don't come here to be my therapist, so it's pointless for me to complain about stuff whilst I'm making videos. So I sincerely apologise for that. But anyway, I rather like the Steam version. It has nice little extra bits. You've got that extra vault, you've got the Halloween stuff, obviously, and you've got a couple of extra little sort of secrets and the voice acting and things like that, which I think make the Steam version seem a lot more sort of polished and like it's fulfilling its potential a lot more than the itch.io version did. Not to imply the itch.io version was bad, by any stretch of the imagination, but this is certainly a big improvement. So yes, I rather enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed it previously. I have enjoyed it again today, with the exception of the few bugs, but that is to be expected, obviously, when you've got stuff being made by small studios, and, you know, even massive AAA games still have bugs in them. So I always get cheesed off when you see, like, reviews of games like, oh, it's got a bug in it. It's like, yeah, of course it has. Like, programming games is difficult and complicated. Like, it's like when people complain, it's like, oh, that email you sent me last week had a typo in it. It's like, yeah, it did. Every email has a typo in it. Every game has a bug in it. It's not the end of the world. Obviously, it would be nice to have less of them in it, and when they sort of get in the way of the fun of the game, that's when they become a bit of a problem. But other than that, it's not really anything to cry about, so I don't know why some people get so worked up about them. But anyway, yes, I hope you enjoyed revisiting Athemore with its Steam version and its Halloween edition. I sincerely apologise that this is going up nowhere near Halloween, probably about as far away from Halloween as it could possibly be in the year, but that's just the joy of my dreadful scheduling, so I apologise for that, but I hope you've enjoyed it. I certainly have. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.